Hey Matt, it's Chewy, and it's time for your weekly update. And one day late, but it's not the only thing I'm late on this time. We'll talk about that a little bit. But first, I do want to tell you, we finally did it. We finally RSVP'd for your wedding. We're going to go see you in McKenna. It's going to be really awesome. We also got our flights, too. So everything's all figured out. We're ready to go and hang out with you and celebrate. And like I said, we've got to take a picture together so we can post it here and everybody can see who you are, who I am. I have videos with my face on it too, but I don't know. I guess some people don't often see it, and significantly less people watch these videos than my other ones, but also in general, viewership's kind of down right now, but that's not a big deal, so it's not too crazy. Anyways, we're very excited to go and visit you and see you. But yeah, I guess I wanted to talk about like being late with stuff because I've been having some like tough weeks making content, and I started feeling it, I think 2 weeks ago. And then this past week, I kind of hit that point where 2 weeks ago, I was making a video and the idea just like happened very late and I was working on it very late. And then after that, it was the day before again and we just went and did some other things. And then I wasn't really thinking about the video at all. So it kind of slipped my mind and I hadn't gotten to it. And I had an idea, but it wasn't really worked out too much. And I kind of said I was going to post it later in the day Friday, but I still haven't just gotten around to making the edits that I wanted to do. So I'm going to be doing that today finally, and it'll go up on Friday. But yeah, I guess I just hope nobody's like missing it too much or anything. But also I was on a walk with Jackie and we were just talking about how I should move forward, I guess, with all of this, because I told her, like, I've gone several years, we went over a year doing the podcast with no Animal Crossing news to talk about. I don't really know how we kept coming up with topics every single week, but we're still doing it. Now, the podcast, we're going to keep doing that on the weekly basis, of course, but just like the Friday videos, thinking of like another Animal Crossing topic on top of everything we already talk about on the podcast is very hard right now for me. And I've got some more like general Animal Crossing ideas to go, but I'm gonna probably make a big like channel update thing because there's a lot of big things coming up very soon that I feel are a good time to kind of change things up, mix it up a little bit. And also I got a comment from somebody who said Chewy plays Nintendo more like Chewy plays Animal Crossing, am I right? Or something like that. And they're very true. And I always talk about like wanting to make more Nintendo videos because I do like when I'm talking to people online, like I talk about Animal Crossing, yes, a lot, but I do talk about a lot of different other games, and they're usually Nintendo games, so I don't know, I have a lot to say about other games as well, but I don't ever do that, so anyways, so we were just talking about like what I should do moving forward, and eventually I'm gonna do like a big video to kind of go over the changes and everything, but there will still be Animal Crossing, a lot of it on this channel, hopefully plenty of it, hopefully people aren't missing too much of that, but I do want to do some like bite-sized, this gives me more ideas actually. I probably shouldn't brainstorm while I'm talking to you, but I have some things that I want to do, especially because so here are the big things that are coming up. Season 3 of Haken is about to start. So September, let me take a look at a calendar real quick. September 17th, which is just a couple weeks from now, that will be our second complete year of doing this podcast. So we're going to be going into season 3. And there's some things I want to do for that. Like I want to update music and change some things up and do some more stuff that I think people really will like to change, like on the podcast. I just want to update the podcast a bit. And I always talk about wanting to make music for it and everything, and I never end up doing it, but now that I've got like 2 weeks ahead of me to do that, I am going to start working on that a lot more. But then also, like, a little bit after that, like just a month after that, is going to be our 100th episode, so that's huge. That's going to be a big thing. I'm still trying to figure out what to do exactly, but we're getting closer to it, so I want to get a good plan for that show. We're going to do a live kind of thing, so that should be pretty fun. But yeah, between those two things, and then on top of that, like, me thinking of some new stuff to do with the channel, it's a lot. I think this year, well, I guess if I rewind back to the beginning of this year, and even the year prior, maybe let's go back a little further. So the beginning of this year was 2019, so go back to 2018. Just before E3, that's when I really started doing a lot more with my channel. I think at that point I had 100 subscribers on here. It eventually grew to, I think it reached about 900 by the end of 2018. So start of 2019, this year, I was not even like at 1,000, and now it's it's on track to reach like 5,000 at some point. I don't know when. Like I said, viewership is down, so things have slowed down a little bit, but that's okay. We're okay. But yeah, like, I feel like I've done a lot of stuff in the past, I guess you could say year and a half, almost, probably more like a year and like a few months or so. And I feel like I'm comfortable doing the stuff I'm doing, and now I want to grow upon that. I want to, like, make things just better in general. So hopefully this next video kind of shows that a little bit of what I want to improve and everything. And I mean, it's probably not going to be too noticeable outside of myself. I'll notice these things, but yeah, I want to change things up a little bit. I feel like after doing this for a year or so, I've got the hang of some things, and I'd like to push myself a little bit more. So if that means sometimes I don't get things out on time and have to spend a little bit of time to make it better, I hope people can forgive me for that, you know? So anyways, like I said, I'm going to make a whole thing about that and what's going to be changing, what's going to be updating, and I hope it's exciting for people, because I'm excited about it, and I know when I'm sitting around, like, waiting for my favorite people to make videos and everything, I don't know, you just miss out on a lot of the background stuff, and I guess this is kind of what the weekly updates are for. I'm trying to give a little bit more context to the background in the work stuff, but outside of that, we had a long weekend, and I've dug into Fire Emblem a lot more this past weekend, and so that's nice. It's nice to get a little break and everything, especially after like the past couple of weeks. Like I said, I was struggling with content. But anyways, Matt, we're gonna see you soon. I'm very excited about that. It's next month, so practically 2 months away, because you're like getting married at the end. But we're gonna see you, and it's gonna be great. Anyways, I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.